Well, hello, Sasha and Eric, and congratulations. I wanted to share with you the story behind your gift. A couple years ago, I was walking around the Topanga Mercantile and saw that there was a big sign that said going out of business. And I was just so sad because I had been here for a couple years and I had never even gone in there. And I had always wanted to, and now they were going out of business. So I went in, and so much of the stuff was already gone. But there was one thing, your mirror, that was on the counter next to the cash register that totally caught my eye. Everything else in the store was very interesting, but that mirror just was alive, and I immediately was drawn to it and saw that it didn't have a price tag on it. So when I inquired about it, they said, well, we'll call the owner and see. And the owner was at her daughter's party. I think it was like a 12th birthday party, but she was actually in the midst of a very turbulent and panicked and sad moment in her life. And apparently something had happened in her marriage, and her husband owned the Mercantile, which I'm sure you know, you're probably very familiar with it. And then all of a sudden she just wanted out, and she was selling everything in there for almost whatever anybody wanted to give within reason. So it was a sad moment. And so what I imagined was that the reason there was no price tag on that mirror was because it was not a regular part of the merchandise. I imagined that it was, because there was hats and clothes and all kinds of fun things in there, jewelry and everything. I imagined it probably sat on top of that counter for years and years and years, and loved being witness to all the different kinds of people that came in there and looked inside it. So when I was able to actually acquire it, I was so surprised that it was coming to me. I just thought, oh my gosh, here is a real piece of living Topanga embodiment. And I had never had a magic mirror before, but this was as close as I'm sure I will ever come in my life to having one. Anyways, the strange thing about it is this mirror was sad. It would not talk to me. It was not. It was almost like it was in depression. And so I brought it inside the yurt, and it became infused with the magicalness that is why I call it my temple. So much of the things that I collect become personal teachers to me in the magical realm, and it has a life of its own. So after a while, maybe about a year or so of it being in mourning, I sensed it started to wake up. And so it never fully connected with me, it never fully spoke to me, but I sensed life coming back inside of it. It never actually spoke to me until this morning, when it said that it wanted to be a part of your family, your new family. And I knew that this was a good idea. Part of all my magical creatures and teachers, at some point, it's time for them to go out into the world and share all the wonderment that they have with other people that they have shared with me. And so I knew that this was entirely right. And I was so happy to be able to give her to you. But there was also a part of me that was so sad because I never really got to know it. And the truth of the matter is, I know in my heart of hearts I was not supposed to. I know in my heart of hearts that this magic mirror was meant for you, and it was meant to bless your home. It deserves to be in a loving environment, a loving home, a new marriage, a new family. There's so many secrets and life lessons that she has to teach you, and she longs to be infused with your love and your wisdom as well. Anyways, as if this story wasn't enough of a strange kind of tale to be telling about this, today I was sort of like, I had this uneasy feeling, I knew I had to let her go. I knew she belonged with you all, but it was hard to say goodbye. And so I was like, okay, I have to just settle down, I have to meditate. And I thought, you know what, let me just pull a card. Let me just pull a tarot card, and maybe I'll understand the nature of what I'm experiencing and why all of this, of a sudden, this came to be. So I actually devised a more precise kind of tarot reading, and other people may be doing this, I don't know, but the idea sort of came to me that a tarot reading, as it is now, is upright and reversed. But the way that I saw it was, what if the cards were actually flipped? You just haphazardly, when you were shuffling them, not only did you sort of mix them up, upside down and right side up, but you actually turn them face down and face up while you were shuffling them without looking. And I thought, perhaps if a card was face down, that would represent a past life kind of situation, because there's things, in life that it's like we can understand them only so far, and then it just seems as though there's something behind the veil here that that we don't know, we can't see. And in my thoughts, these are past life experiences that are playing out now, actually healing and coming into fruition, and part of that connectedness, that interdimensional connectedness that we have between different lives. And so when I was doing the shuffling, and I pulled a card, and the card was, as you saw in your card, the Ten of Cups. But the Ten of Cups was face down. So this Ten of Cups represents past life. And your mom and I know that we have very strong past lives, and the way that I came upon your home and your mom was entirely supernatural, not to mention so many other things that have happened in conjunction with your mom and your home, that lead me to know, not just believe, to know that there's something very mystical about my life and your mom's life, and perhaps you and Cece as well. So anyways, when I saw that this represented a past life, I thought, well, how wonderful. And I don't know if this is pertaining to me and you, or if it has to do with this mirror and you. I don't know, but I know that it makes the mystery of why I can't pinpoint this this feeling of the sadness of releasing it. But I know that whether this mirror is supposed to be yours, it was yours before, or whether you and I had a connection as well, and there's something about this magical mirror that because of me, or if I'm just supposed to be the messenger, I'm just supposed to be the one that brings it into your life. I don't know. But the Ten of Cups, as I had written in your card, is probably the best blessing that if you're looking for a sign, which I'm sure you're not, because I know that the two of you have something celestially beautiful. But if you are looking for a sign, the Ten of Cups is the Lord of perfected success. A hand at the top of the card holds a cup sideways that pours water into the cup beneath it. A single lotus flower surmounts the top cup and is the source of all the water. All the cups are shown overflowing. Above and below are the symbols of Mars and Pisces. The meaning for an upright card, which is what it was completely face up, right side up, the best you could want, means lasting success, home, generosity, kindness, happiness inspired from above, pleasure. This is the cup. This is the Ten of Cups. And the universe wants you to know that with this gift, it also gives you its blessing. Love to you both, and congratulations.